down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now Sacramento starting 5. The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. And there's the bucket for Markkanen.
Well, it's not a secret that Markkanen can stroke it from long distance, and that ability, that's going to help open up the floor for his teammates.
Sabonis kicks to Ellis. Sabonis sets the pick for Ellis. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
It's good.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's DeRozan. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And you've seen the growth in DeRozan as a ball handler. They're making the right decision in the pick and roll.
And it's Collier missing. And it's Sacramento's ball. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounder.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Ellis goes in. Sexton deciding where to go with it. It's good from long range. Sexton's got 5.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
Murray right side. Over Collins. Murray, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Kings have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the jam by Levine.
Flying around in the open court, Levine can beat you with the jumper and the ability to play above the rim.
Now, here's Sexton. He has 5. Collins wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
1:56 left in the first. Sexton for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Sexton's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Jazz. In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus, but this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Colin Sexton. DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Connects from three-point range.
And Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
DeRozan finds Murray. Back to DeRozan. Murray a screen on Markkanen. Here's DeRozan. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. Sexton the pass to Markkanen. And it falls over the rim and in. Markkanen's got 5 now.
And the team wants Markkanen to take those kind of shots because he is capable of knocking them down.
On the wing, Murray. Looking to end the run. Out to DeRozan. Levine deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
That one, no good. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
On the court right now for the Kings, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis, and it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kessler a screen on Murray, and then Collins slams it in.
What a dunker this guy is. Collins capable of bringing this crowd out of their seats.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now, here's Sabonis. It's up a 3. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside, LaVine. Kicks it out to Ellis. Collins against Murray. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Here's Collier. Outside for Sexton. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. Sexton's got 13.
Well, this is the one guy you did not want to see get started. He started.
LaVine against Sexton. LaVine passes to DeRozan, looking to end his cold spell, and the shot falls short this time.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easiness.
That one drops for him.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
Ellis surveying the D. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots over Collier, and the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from DeRozan. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good with the triple. The Kings have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. LaVine wide open. That's in there. Murray with the assist. LaVine's got the game tied up here for the Kings. Outside, Sexton. To the paint. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And just getting more and more dangerous on the pick and roll situation. John Collins with a smart play there.
Ellis wide open. The rebound by Collier.
Now that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen this.
Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
And now here's Markkanen, the fast break chance. Softly drops in the floater. Now it's a 7-point Utah lead.
And Markkanen really that time going strong.
LaVine for 3, drills it from outside. LaVine's got 11 points.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Collier. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
On the wing, Levine. Ellis with the screen for Levine. Count the basket. 13 points in the game.
Such a gifted scorer. When Levine is this locked in, the defense is in for a long night.
Here's Collins. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Sabonis' screen on Sexton. Stolen by Markkanen. Now Collins. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Utah Jazz with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
This is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
George out there with Clarkson. Then there's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the group right now for Utah. Steps back. Pass to Hendricks. The shot's good on the assist by George. Hendricks has got his first 3 points of the game. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Here's LaRavia. Hendricks pulls it in.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they could find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
Here's LaRavia. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Wiles. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Clock at 6. Tries again. Shot by Crowder, no good. Jazz leading by 4. The Brent last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is. How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Miles hits a screen for Monk. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Utah has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's George. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And it's an 11-point Jazz lead.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Outside, George. Pass to Hendricks. Fires it up. They grab their own miss. No good. Shot missing. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 9 points. Valanciunas passes to LaRavia. Three-pointer, Crowder. A three-pointer is right on target. Crowder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Monk against George. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Filipowski. No good on the three. The Kings trail by 6. Lyles passes to Laravia. To the wing right side. Here's Valanciunas. Off target from outside. Jazz have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Hendricks controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lyles sets a screen for Monk. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Monk's got 5.
And it's clear that Monk knows his role. He's out there to score and wants to do plenty of it.
Pass to Hendricks. The tray. Sacramento grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Lyles passes to Laravia. Good on the bucket. And now it's just a 4-point Jazz lead.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hendricks. Utah moving it around. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Jazz lead by 7. Miles with a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Here's Clarkson from past the arc. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Utah heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Utah here with the ball. 7-point differential on the floor for Sacramento. The post pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 43% from the floor. No good on the triple. Utah leading by 7. Sexton for 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Sexton's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Utah. Ellis, the pass to DeRozan. Looking to get it going. Outside for Murray. Over Collins. Murray, good.
I like that lift on Murray's, Jay. Just an effective shooter.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
And up the court come the Kings on the break. LaVine inside the 3-point line. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Sexton dishes to George. Sexton the pass to Hendricks. And the Jazz another 3.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Here's DeRozan following the 3-pointer by Utah. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And LaVine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a team.
They get it again. Pass to Hendricks. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hendricks has got 6 in the quarter.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Now here is George following the missed shot by Sabonis. The shot's good. Collins has got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz.
One of those forwards who can really shoot it. John Collins has a tremendous jump shot.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Walker Kessler comes in for Filipowski. And it's Collier in for Keontae George. The Kings also at the sub. Monk's checked in. Here's Collier. After the Kings pick up 2. Hendricks passes to Collins. High post try, and again it's Utah.
From the middle, part of Collins' game that is developing. Nice work, and that's paying off.
Sabonis sets the pick for DeRozan. Kick out to Levine. Second shot opportunity, and the jumper is good. Levine's got 19 points.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Sexton on the wing. Pass to Hendricks. Off target with his 3. The Kings trail by 10. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Utah has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Collier. Sacramento grabs the miss. Murray's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Levine. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. The open look here for Sexton. The three-pointer no good. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Kings. Trailing here by 8. Misses the 3. And it's Sexton penetrating. And Sexton slams it in.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Collier after the made shot from Zach LaVine. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Collins with the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk. And here are the Kings now. 8-point game. And here's Levine. And so it's Utah with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean...
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers. the mindset tonight?
I think both teams come in thinking this is a very winnable game, and let's get ourselves on track by making sure we set the tone early. Listen, winning can be a habit, so can losing. One of these teams has got to get off the schneid.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Robert Williams, Matisse Thybulle out there with Shaden Sharp. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Here's Collier, pass to Sexton. Here he goes. And it's Portland with a rebound.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Count that one.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Outside Sexton. Over Thybulle. Sexton misses.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his fourth year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
And Collins with the jam.
Whoa! Did you see that? John Collins. A little bit of sauce on that slam.
Outside Sharp. Outside Thybulle. Pass to Kamare. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. For Utah, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Throw it anywhere near Collins, he'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Sharp goes in.
Oh, man, talk about hang time. What a wicked double clutch finish.
Hey, when you have that kind of space, you're allowed to get fancy. The 3 from Sexton. Williams grabs the board. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Thybulle against Sexton. Thybulle passes to Avdia. Outside Thybulle. Launches it. Utah grabs the miss. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. They get it again. Avdia, right side. Sends it home from three-point land. Avdia's got 6.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Shot's good by Collier.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
A minute 37 left in the opening quarter. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Now here's Markkanen. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Sinks the tray.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
Here's Sharp. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Kessler finds Collins. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Stolen by Sharp. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. From the high post. And yep, it's good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Sexton. Now here's Collins. Thibault with a steal. Pass to Kamare. Avdia against Collins from 20 feet. Here's Williams. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
On the court right now for Portland, we've got Sharp, Avdia out there with Klingon. Then it's Matisse Thybulle, and it's Kamare in at small forward. Corner shot. Kessler with a rebound. Jazz trail by 4. Markkanen for 3. Avdia pulls it in. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available. Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Collins with a screen on Thybulle for 3. Sexton. Utah with another miss. Portland leading by 6. Pass to Kamare. The 3 ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Collins passes to Sexton. Sinks it after the cagey pump fake. Nice. Sexton's got 5.
Well, Sexton's showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, Doris, what do you think separates the good teams from the great teams in crunch time?
Boy, I think there's a lot of things, Brian, that separate that. Number one, can you execute on both ends when it's a clutch game? Can you absorb the pressure of a moment, understanding time and score, how to get a quality shot on every possession, how to string together multiple stops? Can you make shots under duress of great defense? There are so many things that differentiate between the good and the championship.
Back to Sharp. Pass to Thybulle. There's the 3. That one no good. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collins. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and he could turn this into a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's a good look for Collins. I like the offensive approach right there.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the contest. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Doris, when we talk about home court advantages, the Jazz have amongst the best.
They do, B.A. You have to play at altitude. They're also a little bit isolated as well, so travel is hard. Let me tell you this, their fan base is loud. L-O-U-D.
8. He's checked in for Avdia. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Outside Sexton. Portland with a rebound. Here's Kamare. 5 points in the game. It's Sharp on the wing. Collins with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Collins, no good. Portland leading by 3. Thybulle on the wing. Checked by Sexton. Here's Ayton. Here's Klingon. Tries again. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Collins passes to Sexton. Shoots over Thybulle. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Sexton's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Colin Sexton, early in his career, has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll. Good decision making.
Portland, no good that time either. Ooh, poked away. On offense, here's Utah. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. So they take the lead. Markkanen's got 6 points.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
From deep. Here's Sharp. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Yeah, good second chance bucket by Sharp. You got to get in there and participate on the play to win those.
Markkanen for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
34 seconds left in the second quarter. Three-pointer Sharp. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. Utah has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Collins a screen. The 3 from Sexton. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now. From the arc. Utah grabs the miss. Markkanen from long range. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Tie game here in Utah. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Shaedon Sharp really making a difference here.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Keontae George out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Filipowski, defended by Henderson. Back to Clarkson, 6 to shoot. They get it back. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
Sensible. And he goes in for the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Sensible. Williams grabs the board.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And it's Simons missing. Utah leading. George outside. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Hendricks. No points so far. Now Henderson. And it's Williams off the drive. Henderson finds Ayton. Simons with it. Pass to Graham. The three hits the trifecta. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. 2-point game. Oh, sweet move. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
Williams passes to Henderson. The three is up. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Utah has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Takes a three. Hendricks no good. The Trailblazers have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. George against Simons. The three from Ayton. Utah grabs the miss. 1:33 left to play in the third. Here's Sensabaugh. And the layup falls. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Boy, outstanding pass and execution. They'd love to see Clarkson do that on a consistent basis.
And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from three. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak.
For Portland, they've gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Pass to Ayton. Left side, Williams. Grant outside. Takes the three. Pure from three-point range. Now it's a 3-point Portland lead.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. George finds Clarkson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Inside. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist by Henderson. Simons has got his first 2 points. Here's Hendricks. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Portland ahead, up by 5. We'll take a quick... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Scoot at the 1 with Simons at the 2. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Williams in at center, filling out the middle.
Well, you've got to be able to be locked and loaded when an opportunity comes to make a shot. And Jordan Clarkson, yeah, he's pretty good at that.
Here's the 3. Henderson misses.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Clarkson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, you can give them a steady diet of pick and roll because if Jordan Clarkson gets downhill, it's trouble.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. Here's George. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Portland leading. Grant, right side. Williams with the screen. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Utah has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
I mean, they've been sinking shots from mid-range, and they found a gap there in the defense, and they just continue to exploit it.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
A line change here for Utah. Avdia from outside. He buries it from 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Collier to the paint. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Kamari. Here's Thibault. No good on the triple. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thibault. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Here's Kamari. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
Kessler, a screen on Avdia. Pass to Collier. Now Kessler. Shoots over Klingon. Misses with the fallback, Jay.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Avdia from outside. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds in the game. Launches it. Thibault with the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Portland has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. There's a minute 40 left to play in the fourth. 4-3. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now. Markkanen from long range. Outside for Sexton. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier, covered by Thibault. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. Here's Kessler. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it, just couldn't make the shot. Here's Kamari. Drills it from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And it's Collins penetrating.
And the agility Collins possesses is impressive, using it well to force fouls on the drive.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Clarkson's checked in for Utah. It's both from the stripe.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Outside Sharp. Money!
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
And here's Clarkson. Lets the 3 fly. That one doesn't drop. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Clarkson outside. On the wing, Sexton. Thibault with a steal. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's
formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Sharp out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the small forward.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Sharp. Traps in the tray.
A nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Sabonis finds DeRozan. From downtown, Portland grabs the miss.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's DeRozan. Sacramento again missing.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Feed Ayton at the right time and you will be rewarded. He's a high percentage scorer.
Here's Ellis following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. A wide open look here for DeRozan. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Avdia, a screen on Ellis. Sharp. Off target from three-point range.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Now here's DeRozan. Pulls it up. Another miss by DeRozan. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Avdia. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, good pass right there from Sharp. These types of plays really help team chemistry.
Here's a step back. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Levine's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. What goes up, Ayton will throw down. They knew just when to pass him that ball.
Here's Levine. He's got 5. Ellis can't get it to go. Ayton against Sabonis. Again, the Trailblazers score.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Ellis kicks to Sabonis. Outside, Levine. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Levine's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Kings. Sharp, the pass to Ayton. And the wing jumper offline. The Kings trailing. DeRozan finds Levine. Goes up the baseline. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Avdia. Pass to Sharp. And here now is Thybulle. Ellis surveying the D. Lets it go with a 3. And DeRozan throws it down.
DeRozan challenging the defense inside, gets the board and the bucket.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Here's Sharp. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
Portland ball.
Here's Ayton. It's hauled in by the Kings. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Levine wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Levine's got 11 points.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Here's Sharp. And nothing is falling for him right now. Levine kicks to DeRozan. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Sacramento. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now Murray. Still scoreless. Sabonis finds Murray. Here's LaVine. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Smart hoop by LaVine. With how many teams defend him, he'll get his shot all day.
Hey, RJ, what about Keegan Murray? He made the immediate impact in the NBA as a rookie, setting a record for three-point shots made, and he has continued to build on it.
A bit of a surprise as the 4th overall pick in the 2020 draft. Murray was the right fit. Big part of Sacramento ending that 17-year playoff drought.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Avdia. Ayton, the pass to Sharp, lets the 3 fly, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And the dime going to Ayton, expanding the passing part of his game.
Pass to LaVine. Launches it. Again, LaVine missing. Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Got a piece of it. Sabonis with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. LaVine's got it. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Getting up there with the slam. DeMar DeRozan leaves nothing to chance.
Here's Ayton. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Kings leading now by 3. For the 3. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by LaVine. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter. Ayton attacking. Outside, Avdia. Back to Ayton. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Portland again missing. And then LaVine with the jam.
Check out LaVine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Pass to Kamare. Trailblazers moving the ball around. The Trailblazers rebound. Thibault kicks to Avdia. And here now is Thibault. He has yet to score. On the way, LaVine, defended by Thibault. From deep three-point land, LaVine's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Will it go? Thibault can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 8. And stolen by Sharp. Oh, Ayton in position. And Ayton throws it down.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. On the wing, LaVine, defended by Thibault. From the arc, Sacramento again missing. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Thibault's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
To the inside, Rosen dishes to LaVine. Baseline J on the way, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I'm going to tell you this. Defensively, you cannot let a streak shooter get a groove. And right now, Zach LaVine, he is on fire.
Pass to Sharp. Lets it fly. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. For 3, LaVine. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game.
This is how LaVine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ellis can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 5. Pass to Ayton. Finished off the break. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
That is a strong move by Ayton. He is merciless in there. LaVine looking around. A shot by Sabonis. Nobody around. Offline with his 3. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. His production has been floored. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drums! They're thinking about the shots.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. We've got Scoot Henderson. Walker out there with Klingon. Then there's Jeremy Grant. And it's Benton in at the shooting guard. Kings leading now by 3. Monk, no one around him. Hands it from downtown. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Fultz with the ball, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Henderson inside the 3-point. Oh my goodness, the slam!
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Fultz the pass to LaRavia. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Sacramento.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. For 3, Henderson. It's hauled in by Lyle. Kings leading now by 7. Monk outside. A 3-ball. The rebound by Grant. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Miles a screen on Grant. On for 3. The shot, no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
For 3. The shot's good by Benton. Benton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Monk outside. Lets it go from deep. Trains the 3-pointer. Monk's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Kings.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And I can say, sort of surprising, he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. And that one drops for him.
And I love the fact that he has great confidence in that jump shot. Monk does a great job of shooting with quickness, but never rushing.
They get it back. Henderson with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Henderson kicks to Walker. There's the three. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Sacramento leading by 7. Miles passes to Monk. Shoots the three. A shot, no good. The Trailblazers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Monk outside. Portland grabs the miss. Klingen's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the corner. And Portland again with the bucket.
The assist. Walker.
59 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Walker against Walker. With the shot. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Benton. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. And the Kings shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the 3rd quarter. Monk for 3. They get it back. Valanciunas. Pass to Wiles. Bangs home the trifecta.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Shoots. And Portland again with the bucket.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Shots good by Wiles.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Here's Benton. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's Sacramento. They lead by 1. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The post-pair form will be Murray and Sabonis. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Near the 3-point line, it's Ellis. Fires for 3. Walker with the rebound. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Stolen by Ellis. Oh, the lob to DeRozan. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Henderson. And now Portland on the break. Here's Klingen. Kept alive. Manton, the pass to Walker. Pass to Klingen. Here's Grant. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. LaVine inside the 3-point line. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
They came close there to tying it up.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
Here's Banton, guarded by LaVine. And shot on the way. Here's Klingen. And it's Klingen with the jam.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Klingen when he's that close.
For 3, Henderson. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And He's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. Monk outside. Pass to Levine. Driving inside. Count that bucket. Levine's got 22 points.
Cutting to the rim with ease. Levine's quick first step and explosiveness is hard to contain.
Fires from the wing. Rebound by the Kings. Now here's Sabonis. Murray with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Murray, no good. Portland leading. He tries for three. No good there. Left side, Sabonis. Pass to DeRozan. To tie it up. Good. Nothing but net. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for the team.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Ayton. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in.
This is why they give Ayton the ball in these spots. They trust him and his ability to deliver.
Outside, Levine to take the lead, and the three ball is good. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Levine is taking it upon himself to be the man in crucial moments. He's that kind of clutch player.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Thibault for three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. On the wing, Levine, defended by Thibault. Hits the three-point bomb. Now it's a 4-point Kings lead.
Answering the call. Zach LaVine, he wants the ball late. He wants to be the go-to guy.
Throws it up high. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Outside DeRozan. Pulls it from 20. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Answering the bell, Sabonis. Big time, guys.
Abdia.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
And so Levine will bring it up now for the Kings. They lead by 4. Thibault for three. The offensive rebound. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Assertive basketball. Ayton getting after it on the offensive glass, using his size to his advantage.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
It's off. And so it's Sacramento who scraped by. Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For break.
But eventually, I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak, be back in the
Matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
The starters for Utah. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's Collier in at point guard. Here's Ellis. Here's Levine for three. Knocks down the triple.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
For three, Sexton. The long distance three is buried.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's DeRozan over Markkanen, and DeRozan gets it to go on the assist by Murray.
Good job to recognize the situation and make the feed. Murray's a much better player when he's using his teammates.
The shot from 20 feet out. Yep, that one goes.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Here's Ellis. Here's Levine for three. The shot won't fall. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
Utah's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Sexton finds Kessler. Markkanen inside. Defended by DeRozan. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Being Markkanen is 7 feet tall, he's absolutely an inside threat. I just love watching him capitalize from this area.
Here's Ellis. And the three off target.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Markkanen from long range. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to speak with the head coach of the Kings for a minute, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope we can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
You have to love how persistent Levine is inside, enduring the contact and finding his shot.
Here's Collins, following the score by Sacramento.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
And the dunk by Levine.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition, just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Sexton, that's good.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Levine. He has 7. 1:05 left in the first. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. Collins outside. Shot on the wing. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Jazz leading by 3. The 3 from Sexton. Ellis with a rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Levine for 3. Offensive rebound, Kings. Another shot. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Collier. Ellis with a rebound. DeRozan outside. Pass to Ellis. And here's Sabonis outside. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And that concludes a back and forth, high scoring. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And also, I like how they've let it fly from the three-point line, shooting with confidence so far in this one.
The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Utah trailing here. Sexton looking around. From outside the arc. Rebound by Sacramento.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you was also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
He buries it from 3.
And just phenomenal at reading defenses. LaVine understands when to shoot and when to pass and pick and rolls.
Here's Collins. He can't get it to go. The Kings lead by 7. On the wing, Levine. From deep. And the Kings with another 3.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
Shots good by Collier.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Murray finds Sabonis. Over Kessler. Sabonis' shot is off.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
Here's Collins. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Yeah, that's a good look for Collins. I like the offensive approach right there.
The Kings have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. To the right side. Here's Sabonis. Here's DeRozan. They kick it out to Murray. Puts up a 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Yeah, just a nice show of force by Collins, taking it all the way to the rim and flushing it home.
And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
1:24 left in the second. Offensive rebound, pass to Collier. It's Markkanen on the wing. Off the mark there with a 3.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
The assist, Zach Levine.
1 minute left in the second quarter. Outside Sexton. Throws it up high. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Throw it anywhere near Collins. He'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Pass to Ellis. Back to Levine. Jacks up a 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Snatched up to the inside. Kicks it out to Collins. Clock at 6. Here's Collier. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. Collier's got 6 in the quarter.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
And Levine, throw it down.
Well, he's got the bounce and the handles. Levine putting the skates on him.
For 3, Collier. Zach Levine, he's been the guy making things happen for Sacramento. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back with you shortly.
27.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, Zach Levine has been sensational.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Keontae George. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at the 4 slot. The 16th pick in last year's draft. Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position,
He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
For the lead. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. 1 for 3. Again, the miss by the Kings. Utah has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Here's Hendricks, and it's all tied up.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Outside Monk. Sacramento again missing.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Here's Clarkson. And that misses. That would have put him up. Sacramento has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's Monk. Oh, hits the outside fadeaway. And the Kings lead by 2. The Jazz have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Clarkson for 3. On target from range. Clarkson's got 6 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up front.
Here's Monk. Unable to get that one. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Unloads. Rebounded by Lyles.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option. That's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree, Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. And Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA coach.
The Kings leading. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by George.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Sacramento foul. Laravia. First personal foul. First team foul.
Clarkson outside. Shoots over Monk. Not enough on that one as it misses. And Sacramento shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Here's Laravia. No good with the triple. The Jazz have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Carter against George. Here's Laravia. Hits the trifecta. Laravia's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jazz trail by 5. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Clarkson for 3. And it's Laravia with a rebound. And Sacramento shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Out of bounds. It'll be Jazz ball.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Utah's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Rebound by Sacramento. Lyles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Monk passes to Laravia. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Carter on the wing. Outside Monk. No good from outside. Here's Hendricks. Can they get it? It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Oh, talk about a timely 3-ball.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Kings on top, leading by 4. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Goes to George.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We got Trey Lyles. He's out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Monk in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Pass to Sensabaugh. From the wing. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Filipowski's got his first basket.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. Levine with a screen on Markkanen. And he lobs it up. Levine throws it down off the lob.
Oh, talk about bounce. Levine has tremendous bounce. I mean, gets off so fast to slam down those alley-oops.
Markkanen from long range. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. There's the triple. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Levine. And now a 7-point Kings lead. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. And Collins with the slam.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Shot is good by Levine.
And Levine knows he has the green light to take these shots, and his confidence is really impressive.
Goes up at the stripe. Collier, no good. Sacramento leading by 8. On the wing, DeRozan. It's guarded by Markkanen. And it's DeRozan missing. The Jazz have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
A nice little J from Sexton. When he's feeling it, he has a good touch on those shots.
Here's Levine. The muscle inside from Levine. Wow.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
For 3, Collier gets the 3 ball to go.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity in this league.
Ellis passes to Levine. 3-pointer. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now. For 3, Sexton. The rebound by Murray. Sacramento has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Levine with a screen on Sexton. Pass to Murray. Out left to the wing. Here's Levine. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Levine's got 9 points here in the second half. Outside Sexton. Collins with a screen on Levine. For 3, Sexton. Sacramento grabs the miss.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Levine passes to Murray. Uncovered. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Markkanen for 3. Rebounded, Sabonis.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Kings.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Zach LaVine.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Oh, there's the alley, and LaVine throws it down.
That's an uninspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Sexton passes to Collins. Now Kessler. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Another shot. And the shot goes down. There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Levine way outside. Missed it. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the drive.
Great lead, certainly, Greg. Some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Sexton is out there with Collier. And it's Kessler in at the center position. Bounce pass, Avdia. Releases. And there's Aikman. That's good on the assist by Avdia.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Pass to Collier. Kicks it out to Collins. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Chauncey Billups.
Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
Here's Kamara. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Misses the jumper. From outside the arc. Collier. That's good.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Now, here's Sharp. Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And they're on the break. Pass to Kessler. Avdia against Collins. Here's Collier. Here's Kessler. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. To the wing on the left. Markkanen from outside. Avdia with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. With the drive. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside Collins. Sexton for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Thibault, the pass to Ayton. Shot from the wing. Kessler with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Kessler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Sexton's shot is good.
Sexton playing at his pace right now. That's a good sign for the entirety of the offense.
Sharp, the pass to Thibault. To halt the run. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Jazz leading by 3. To the left wing. Takes a 3. Kessler, no good. Avdia with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Avdia kicks to Ayton. From deep. And the basket by Kamara. Kamara's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers. 1:06 left in the first quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Blazers ball.
And 1:01 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Sharp. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Kamara. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And finished off by Collins.
Trying to establish more and more confidence in his game offensively. John Collins looking cozy.
Sharp, the pass to Thibault. Outside, Avdia. The three. Hits it from three-point range.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Markkanen from outside. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. And here's Sharp. There's the triple. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
They've got Sharp. Rob Williams is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Sharp finds Avdia. Fires from deep. And it's Sharp missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the... Out of this world. Sharp is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Marks and dishes to Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
Oh, man, we know Collins has hops. We should put him in the dunk contest with that one.
Here's the 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Kessler. Clarkson against Avdia. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start off the second quarter. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Collins, a screen on Sharp. Outside Collins. Outside Markkanen. From outside, off the mark. Portland has gone 0-2 from deep in the second. Releases. Here's Avdia. A second chance effort. And the jumper from down low is good. Avdia's got 5.
Man, that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Nailed from three-point land.
And right now, Markkanen just daring the defense to come all the way out there to him.
Thybulle kicks to Avdia. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
But we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Kessler, a three-pointer off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. To the middle. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality.
2 minutes.
Frank, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Thybulle, the pass to Williams. And the wide open shot from Avdia. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. 8 points for him.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Kicks it out to Collins. Stolen by Avdia. Pass to Thybulle. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Sharp. No good on the 3.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set where they're allowing him to settle in.
To the right side. Here's Avdia. Williams kicks to Thibault. Pass to Sharp. The 3, 6 on the shot clock. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Clarkson for 3. Traps in the tray. Clarkson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Jazz trail by 5. Clarkson surveying the floor. Collins setting the pick for Clarkson. Lobbed up there for Collins. Offensive rebound. There's the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
Danny Avdia. He's been the guy making things happen for Portland. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Back right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Danny Avdia.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
Benton, good on the triple. Benton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Launches a 3. Hendricks, good. Hendricks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to Reed. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Jazz trail by 3. And he lobs it up. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at
it. George against Henderson for the 3, and the Jazz another 3.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Benton. The putback. Rebounded by the Jazz. For the tie. Juzang. Good. Juzang's got the game tied up here for Utah. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Henderson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
George looking over the floor. And there's the drive. Henderson pulls it in.
Oops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons, and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Here's Benton. It's good from long range. Now it's a 5-point Portland lead.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open three.
Pass to Juzang. Fades away. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Henderson passes to Benton. The 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz trail by 3. And now Utah, fast break.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Pass to Benton. 1:12 left here in the third quarter. And yes, it's good. George with the ball. Still yet to score. Here's Hendricks from the high post. And there's another one for the Jazz.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Grant dishes to Henderson. Here's the 3. Here's Klingon. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 3. And so George will bring it up for Utah. Pass to Juzang. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Hendricks. Portland grabs the miss. Klingon's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out to the right wing. Here's Benton. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead. Launches it from deep. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 5 from Portland. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
Side out.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Grant. Henderson out there with Klingon. And it's Reith in at the 4-man position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Williams. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Collins wide open. He fires. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Reith. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. Going inside. The 15-footer. Good.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
And that one's good by Henderson.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Collier. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Now, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Sexton for 3. Oh, went in there and Trying to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
Collins has such concentration when he's out on the floor, and it can help really steady a basketball team.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Avdia, the pass to Thibault. Here's Kamare. Drills the three-pointer. Kamare's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. Collins, a screen on Sharp. Lobbed up there for Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Collins working well off the ball and cutting to the hoop.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Thibault for 3. The rebound by Collier.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt. He's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game. Sexton trying to assume the leadership role. What a big hoop there.
Trailblazers leading by 5. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Avdia with the tip, and Ayton stays with it.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. To Thibault from past the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Nice vision from the youngster, Sharp, that time.
Here's Collier, defended by Sharp. Sexton for 3. And Utah another 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Avdia can't hit. Jazz trail by 7. Kessler passes to Sexton. Outside Markkanen. Rebounded by DeAndre.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Misses the 3. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Outside, Avdia. Fires for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Avdia, the pass to Sharp. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Avdia against Collins. Offensive rebound. Pass to Sharp. Now Ayton. Fires from way outside. Misses. And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to
but eventually I'll get there. I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the
And it'll be the Kings off the tip. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Domantas Sabonis out there with Murray. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Avdia can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And LaVine, here we go. And the dunk by LaVine.
Once he gets to that bionic left leg of his, that launching pad, you better watch out because he loves finishing over bigger players.
Let's go with a three. And that one's good. Sharp.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Sabonis' shot is off.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Sharp, no good. The Kings have gone 1 for 3 so far. DeRozan outside. Pass to LaVine. Second chance shot. And it falls all over the rim and in. LaVine's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Off the pass, LaVine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Here's Ayton. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Sabonis. And Ayton pulls it down.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And the shot goes.
Smooth shooting from the mid-range. Ayton knows when to look to score from there.
Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's LaVine for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. LaVine's got 7.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do." So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight, and we'll see how that goes. You guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Check out LaVine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
It's good. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. It's Sharp with the drive. And he elevates for the slam dunk over Jonas Valanciunas.
The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
Here's LaVine for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Back to Thibault. For 3. That shot is off. The Kings have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Outside LaVine. And Ayton pulls it down.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Kamare. Drains the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Sabonis outside. Murray for 3. Out to Sabonis. Pass to LaVine. from deep three-point range. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it a habit.
Ayton hits them both.
And I love the footwork Ayton possesses. It's what makes him so dangerous close to the rim.
Timeout called. Sacramento. And it's Levine with the ball for Sacramento. Trailing by 5. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sacramento again missing. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 11 so far. Thybulle passes to Ayton. Lets it fly. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outside Levine. Up in time. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, leading by just 2. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court for the Kings, second quarter underway. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Keegan Murray. And it's LaRavia in at the power forward position. The 3-ball. And it's LaRavia missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second titles come soon.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. That sends Zach LaVine to the free throw line. It goes on Denny Avdia. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
It's good.
Why fade away there? Just making the shot more difficult, if you have to ask me.
DeRozan against Sharp. Stolen by Sharp. Now the Blazers on the move. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Butt goes up. Ayton will throw down. They knew just when to pass him that ball.
Here's Levine for 3. And Zach LaVine from deep.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Here's Sharp. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
And his athleticism is big for Sharp in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Sabonis, left side. LaVine passes to Murray. Misses the 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Oh, Sabonis with the steal. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Avdia.
Kings ball.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Levine for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Levine's got 21.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Kamari, that's good. Kamari's got 6.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Levine. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
2 minutes.
Goes up on the wing. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Sharp finds Ayton. He puts up a three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Levine surveys the D. And another miss by Sacramento. Trailblazers lead by 5. Down low. And Levine has got the ball here for Sacramento. From behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Levine's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
Tries it from 19. 8, no good. Kings trail by 5. Outside Levine. The 3. And another Sacramento 3.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharpe. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Levine passes to DeRozan. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. And that ties it up.
DeRozan has every shot, but that mid-range, yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Back to Sharpe. Avdia, right side. Now the Kings in transition. Just 3 on the clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. It's all tied up in Portland. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
The King, 31. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Henderson out there with Delano Benton. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. And it's Reith in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, B.A. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Fires from the wing. Rebound by Sacramento.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And there it is for him. Lyles has got his first points of the game.
Not the shot I expected him to take or make, but hey, look, joke's on me. He hit it.
Henderson outside. There's the 3. Monk grabs the miss. Sacramento has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. And it's Lyles missing. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Carter, the pass to Lyles. For the lead. And it's Laravia missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Sacramento calls timeout. McDermott's checked in for Sacramento.
Everyone, let him hear you.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Carter, the pass to McDermott. Back to Carter. Fires the three. Sinks the tray. Carter's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Grant, the pass to Henderson. Here's Reith. Tries yet again. Good on the jump shot. Reith's got 5 now.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
It's Monk on the wing. No points yet. Fires in the triple. And the Kings lead by 3.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Patton. Misses the jumper. Sacramento has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. And here's Grant from the arc. Jones grabs the board. And it's the Kings ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. And the basket by Monk.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Here's Lyles. Jones' shot is good.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Blazers trail by 8. Grant finds Henderson. Here's Klingon. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Lyles, the pass to Carter. McDermott, right side. From downtown, the putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's a 10-point Sacramento lead.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Klingon's shot is off.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
This one for 3. Jones, the pass to Monk. That's good, and it's Jones with the assist. Monk's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Jones sets a screen. Pass to Lyles. 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Carter from outside. And it's Reith with the rebound. Blazers trail by 11. For 3, Klingon. The shot off that time. Now here's Monk, tightly guarded. And that's not gonna go. And so it's Sacramento. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass. Flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court for Sacramento, they've got Malik Monk, Doug McDermott out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
It's hauled in by Henderson. And so Grant will bring it up for Portland. Fires from deep. Can't get it to drop. Sacramento leading by 12. McDermott, the pass to Monk. Pass to Lyles. Outside Monk. Goes up. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. Some changes for Sacramento. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Sharp, no good. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Levine. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Thibault. Pure from three-point range.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Levine with it. Thibault picks him up. DeRozan for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Off target from three-point range. The Kings lead by 11. Levine finds Sabonis. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Kamare. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
With the jumper, DeRozan is efficient. You really can't afford to let him get shots lined up.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Hits a three-pointer.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Sacramento.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
Again, the miss by Portland. The Kings lead by 18. The 3 from DeRozan. Offensive rebound. Back to Levine. Outside Murray. The 3. Rebounded by Kamare. Kamare's got 4 rebounds in the game. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Levine for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Levine's got 30.
And look, he's showing he's not all strength. Levine with a nice little pull-up.
Here's Ayton. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Sacramento has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Pass to DeRozan. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And the Kings shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Kings.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And what a huge performance it was for Zach LaVine.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Portland has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Oh, and the jam by Ayton. Well, Sacramento is shooting about 43% since the fourth quarter began. Pulls it from the corner, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Levine's got 34 points.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Driving to the basket. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
And listen to me, once Levine gets a lane, he's going to charge. Earning the foul in the process, just a beautiful thing.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Ayton. From the wing. Yes, it's good.
When Ayton is rolling, he is truly dangerous. He can just continue rolling with force all night long.
Oh, and the jam by Levine.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Now here's Levine. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Zach Levine.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Puts up a deep 3. No good there. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting.